Well, it blows a huge horn.
What is this? Medieval wiring?
Now, we go to his shop, or I guess the bolt hole is more important.
Is it though? I guess
which
it
one
might
is
be.
closest?
I mean,
The
if
shop
they
is
don't have these
closer.
amulets, then...
Yeah, the shop should be closer.
Alright, we can go to the shop first.
Okay.
And it should be guards at both of them now.
By the time you make your way to the shop, and there is like little fragments of light starting to appear in the sky. It is, the sun is maybe thinking about waking up soon. And by the shop door, you see two veteran guardsmen, highly trained. They've got halberds. They're ready to defend. And you also see a confused and slightly bewildered man sitting on a chair on top of these steps. With like one in the front and like a guardsman in the back.
What the fuck is this guy doing here?
Well, you think, judging by the expression on his face, he thinks the same as he looks at you guys. Look, haven't we had enough? I told you the shop ain't opening until next month.
I'm confused.
Very confused.
The accountant is here.
No, not him. Come on, guys.
There we go.
Okay.
That makes sense.
This is not a dungeon.
It's like, I believe we just caught you doing something you're not supposed to do.
We try that again. There we go.
Yeah.
There. You guys happy now that I gave you the right to... This is why the
Yes.
crutch of tabletop role-playing is terrible. Need to actually be at a real table instead of virtuality.
That would have been a good twist, though.
If Tim the Manservant was Nathan, we just didn't know.
He's wearing a mask all along.
I was wondering why you guys are like so confused. Like, is there really that much facility sitting out here around the shop?
I guess we put on the necklaces.
Okay, you can wear the amulets.
Could I try to identify them first, actually?
Okay, you can attempt to identify the item.
Yes, I identify them.
You attempt to identify them. They're okay. Make it like a magical background skill check.
Background check. It doesn't get any better than this. So.
Okay. They don't appear to be magical. They're silver necklaces with small turquoises. They're amulets.
All right. Well, if he puts one on, nothing horrible happens.
Nothing horrible happens.
And he'll give one to each of the others. 5, and say that there's probably something that's going to stop the alarm.
I mean, they're
Hopefully,
pretty
we'll have
enough,
a
I
real
suppose.
lot of noise, but that's what people have to deal with.
Geráck will sniff it.
Tim is looking even more confused at you folks as you like hand out like the amulets and stuff. Like approach him.
So, please,
Did you trip some alarms? No? Huh. Tempus will take it and put it
sort
on.
of looks him in the eyes, saying, "Your employer has had an unfortunate accident."
It wasn't us.
Tim looks incredibly dubious since you said it wasn't us.
Why would it be us? Looks to Aurelia with a sharp look.
Oh no reason to go that far into detail. Just taking out the big key.
And Tim like blinks at the key and then goes, "Oh, if you have that, guess I'm out of a job then." Welp. He like stands up from the chair and like looks at the store, since he'd stare at like the building and like he pats the stone. "I'll miss you. And then he hops off the staircase, taking the chair with him, and begins walking away. The guardsmen do not react.
Like, is he fast quickly?
No,
Could a guy just be like, hey, Tim, actually, could we talk to you first?
Tim's like, no, actually, I think I'm safest here with the guards.
We are with the guard, Jess. Could you come over here and talk?
No, have a nice day. My obligation's done. He keeps walking. His confidence seems to be bolstered by the fact that you had guards standing next to you.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
He's looking to the guard and says, you know where he lives.
Why would we?
Well, fine. If that's how you do things. Just thought he might have noticed something while sitting here all day.
He wasn't. He just got here like one of the guards looked and said, 7-8 minutes ago? We've been here longer.
Alright. That makes sense then. Open the door. The
Okay.
key.
Alright, you press the key into the lock and twist it. It is a very high quality door. Spared no expense. And punch the door open. There is a little flash of energy that appears. Sort of like a small spark of light, which does cause the guardsmen at the front door turn. And as Dwohurim opens the door, he hears one voice say, "Well, that's incredibly awkward." The other voice say, "That's not supposed to happen at all. We're supposed to go away." As pushing open the door, he sees two little tiny sprites that he immediately recognizes are fucking alarm sprites. Like flying next to each other, behind the door. They both look at you.
Oh, good morning.
Well,
How
he's
you
got,
been? Been long.
he's got one of the amulets on him.
The other one's like,
I guess he's approved. Something's weird about him, though.
they both start flying towards Dwohurim. And Dwohurim would know this is completely out of the ordinary. Whenever an alarm thing is dispelled, these guys go away. Then again, this is a ritual thing for the alarm thing, so he's not entirely sure what's happening.
Just calm down. We had to rummage through everything. It's been a bit of an accident. We're approved, see?
Yeah, approved. Accident, though. And we, what happened?
So, why don't you, nobody but us has been here for a long time, yes?
No one's been here. Shop was closed. Thurl woke us up because of the ritual that was placed on us by that fucking wizard. Yeah, we've been stuck here forever. And so here we are,
Would
just
like
guarding
to
everything.
leave.
Yeah, being pretty nice, but we can't.
The other one says,
We're kind of stuck here. Ritual.
I could try removing it, if you'd like.
Oh, that would be very fortunate. Thank you, yes.
the other one says,
Yes, please, do that.
Just no way in which you could do that.
well, let's see here. You did get that icon relationship die whenever you learned about this. So because you learned about this through that, I could say you could just attempt a magical background skill check using your intelligence modifier without, say, using a counterspell ritual.
You'll do that. Probably can't. Oh.
Good news! And I did plan on telling you this back whenever you didn't have the amulets if you're going to try to come through here. Even if you failed, you would still get rid of the alarm and it wouldn't trigger because that was going to be a fail-forward thing. And that's what happens. Dwohurim can sense that the alarm effect has faded. He has managed to ensorcel it away. The ritual that had kept these two little alarm sprites here is gone. From the shop.
But
And focused on him.
Congratulations, you've become father to two alarm sprites.
For a time where he'll probably expire at some point. Things don't last forever. It wasn't made by the Archmage or anything. The two pixies blink and say, "We're free!" And then they try to wiggle as if they try to leave. They both look at each other really confused. They look at you, and both of them narrow their eyes.
You?
That's not supposed to happen.
And then they both fly they're trying to bomb dive at your beard and face to try and tackle it.
Well, you found us, Tio! We can't leave now! You said you promised we were gonna be able to leave!
They both start batting little tiny little hands slapping against Dwohurim's face and beard.
Because if you continue doing that, I will just turn you into dust.
You can't turn us into dust!
I mean, how many hit points would one of these have?
The problem with the alarm sprites, as Dwohurim would know full well, is that it wouldn't do too well for an alarm spell to be created, and then it be able to be vaporized. That would still cause the alarm to go off all the same. So yes, you could, in theory, destroy them using your magic, and then the alarm would go off. And it wouldn't actually, kill them, because they're kind of like creations made out of magic.
Just make a ton of noise.
Yes. Because otherwise, then if you created alarm spells, people would just assassinate your alarms and you'd never know.
Just tolerate them. For a bit.
The two of them will settle down, one of them choosing Dwohurim's left shoulder and the other one choosing Dwohurim's right shoulder. Both very tiny. So extremely tiny. They could probably both sit on your ears without any trouble.
Beware, as he does have a bird, and usually only eats dead meat. But,
The bird looks a little spooked by this, actually.
yeah.
Oh, maybe we should ride him? Maybe later. We'll have all the time. Yep. Okay.
All the time.
All the time.
Let's get Roger through this place, shall we? At least I can sleep in peace. If anyone tries to touch me, I guess I will hear loud screams.
Welp. The specific thing would be if anyone tries to enter you without wearing an amulet.
All right.
Oh my.
I sure would like to know if that happens.
I mean,
I thought you might. Okay. You step into the shop. The first floor, a bit dusty, since, and perhaps all the others are following after you as well. It's a bit dusty. It has been some time since someone has been in the shop. But observing the first floor of the building, you see the likes of equipment that adventurers would want. From, swords, shields, suits of armor. As it's a beautiful, grandiose shop floor. The one particular thing of interest that would be on this floor would be a sealed, at least initially it does appear to be the case, sealed glass case containing small tiny vials, which would probably be of magical liquid, especially because they're all labeled as such. I will go ahead and list the things. Actually, I'll just read them out. There's 3 healing potions, which are adventurer tier. There are 2 potions of salvation, which are champion tier. There's 1 potion of energy resistance, negative energy, that's champion tier. There's 1 elemental oil, which is holy. There's 1 elemental oil, which is force. There's 1 potion of quelling of adventurer tier, and there's 1 potion of quelling that is champion tier. Also, I tried to put these in the chat, and just due to how I had it worded in my notes, because I had brackets, it wanted me to assign values for things. So I'll put this in the Skype chat instead. Ta-da. They are, as I noted, sealed in a locked glass case. There is also what appears to be labeled as, at least judging by the script here, 1 scroll of Undead Ward.
Well, that's an
There's a lot
interesting
of
one.
useful things.
A lot of very interesting things.
See, looking through his stuff, randomly finding useful items that we can confiscate.
Tempus is there with the lockpicks, just going, huh? Sorry? Is he already trying to take the lock?
Well, you can certainly attempt to. Well, why don't you give me a skill check to look for the lock, Gryph?
Alright.
Because the lock for the glass case is not immediately apparent.
Okay, well, Tempus will not immediately ascertain his magic. He'll try and do it as physical. So, I guess through his studies of mechanics as a scholar of the Force, trying to find the
Sure,
lock.
that in the intelligence modifier, with your level, of course.
Alright. So that's a +2. So, you want it secret
No, you can make it out in the
or
open.
you want it public? Okay, +5, +5, +2.
Well, Tempus thinks of that. Rather than him having to use his lockpicks, it appears the devil is in the device itself, not just the glass case and how it meshes with the entire, thick desk beneath it, which is more like a display table, which a glass case has been put over, in which, rather than using lockpicks, he will have to push a series of mechanisms and levers, and using that skill check of 24, that will not be good enough.
Tempus will actually be really fascinated by this device.
Yes.
Even if he's failing, he will he'll do the first thing and then go, oh wait, this is fascinating.
The,
and probably sit squat-legged in front of it.
The glass case is meant basically to be it's attached to the table beneath it, and in order to properly release it without shattering the glass, you would have to properly man the mechanisms, and a 24 is not good enough to meet the DC of that. And given the nature of that, all you know is that it's beyond your capabilities.
Yep, okay. Tempus could accept that, but he will just obviously rolling with the roll. He will take a long time just looking at the thing and actually clicking buttons. Not to open it, just amazed at the craftsmanship of it.
Clicking. You know what? I like your style. Roll me a d20.
Okay.
Okay. You realize that there is an option, and you're immediately able to stop yourself in time, which would destroy the entire contents of everything beneath the glass.
His finger hovers over a button.
It appears to be trapped in nature, sort of like a scorched earth policy, where you're not getting whatever's in here.
I'd rather destroy my own stuff than letting you have it.
And Tempus comes so close to shattering all of those vials, or if he imagines they would all be ruined somehow, and perhaps the scroll ruined in there too, which is quite a treasure trove.
Mm-hmm. Tempus, you'll see the finger just lightly, almost barely touch the little catch that would have flicked it down, and then you just see him very, very slowly remove the finger. And just put his hand up like, no one come near this.
That was a coin flip chance of everything in there being ruined.
Sure.
It's a thing, it nearly transpired.
Goger is looking for papers.
Those are not on the first floor. It appears that this is a shop area for shopping.
He'll go to the second floor then.
Okay. Which also has a bunch of shopping stuff as well, like food supplies, you want some sort of water skins, or if you want tents or what have you. There is a private bedroom which is isolated, but you can unlock that using the key. And the two sprites are both giddy and kicking their little tiny itty bitty legs while riding on each of your shoulders.
Sure.
Inside the room, which is rather ornate and well-designed, given the fact that it was owned by a well-to-do merchant, you find another 5 amulets, just like the ones you have. The silver necklaces and the small turquoises. You find 2 sets of opulent outfits, which are dwarven in nature, and perhaps... they're not the latest fashion that you guys bought to wear to the Dragon's party, Chook's party in Drakenhall, but, they're rather ostentatious. And you find several thick chests, labeled by month and year, containing 432 books, covering the 17 years of Thurl's business in Newport.
Oh, yes. Dwohurim never needs to look for reading material again.
They are finally just like looking at the outsides. Each book is labeled by month, and it is labeled by year, stretching back all of that time. It is worth noting, however, that the ledger for this month is absent.
Of course, damn well is. Does it look like there was sort of a place for it? Like, does it look like it has existed in here?
It has
Or is it
existed in
more
here,
like a-
probably on his desk, because the month is still current, so he would have still been jotting stuff down, but it is not currently on his desk.
Anything else in his desk and such?
No, like writing materials, stuff like that, but nothing like sifting through that would catch your eye as something of significance.
Dwohurim would like to basically take these downstairs.
Okay.
Take a little bit of time.
These, yes, for you
mean-
at your strength, like each of these chests, like 432 books in total.
You know, let's just leave it here for now. We'll hire some people to carry the shit out later.
I mean, Geráck can help you with that.
Yeah, Geráck.
Right, sure, do it.
You can certainly like heft them out. They are long wooden chests, and the wood is finely cured and hardwood, resistant to like damage and stains and scorch marks and what have you. You can begin the process of hauling down these massive chests.
Alright.
Yeah, because at some point we'll hire acolytes to look for certain names through here. That's what they do, right?
Maybe
in
you can
Geráck.
train your new sprite friends to read books.
I would have to sit right by them.
And hold up the books for them. That wouldn't be annoying at all.
I think that's what they're here for. Like, what are your true names, anyway?
What do you want to call us?
Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Call you whatever I want.
Sure. You didn't make us, but we're here now because of you. Yeah, we'd like to leave. You said you were going to help us leave. I want to be free.
Where would you go?
Back to where we come from. It's nice there.
So,
Not so cold.
That's your destiny.
Yeah, and there aren't ugly people. Like that guy over there.
And pointing specifically at Tempus.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Oh, you're lucky that we have to stay here by him? If you so dare as touch this dwarf, we'll scream.
Tempest very much looks tempted and just smiles at Dwohurim.
Oh, no, you don't. So what I did to that rust monster. Well, what I did to that staff who happened to annoy me.
Tempest just can't help but laugh. Oh, no, I had to really piss you off.
So the new side quest to find a rust monster here in Newport.
They will
Want
eat
to eat
Tempest.
little fairies.
Oh, fairies.
Screaming fairies.
No, I thought you were talking about feeding Tempest to it.
Yes.
I didn't-
Oh, that makes it easier. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
He is a magic item, technically.
He's
magic
made out of
items.
metal.
So
You know,
They
that's
could
actually a
not
good
die.
point. Like, whenever I had the rust monsters attack, I didn't really have them consider the fact that you're made out of... That
I
was a
do
mistake.
have an organic coating.
It was
Yeah,
encased in skin.
Maybe they were confused by that, yes. Rust monsters
know,
are
if
not
the-
that intelligent.
if the Terminator can time travel even though he has a metal skeleton, then a rust monster can't immediately rust Tempest.
I know, what's that with just, like, leaving all of your clothes behind? What's the deal with that? Yeah.
That would have been a fantastic thing if I slipped that under. Like, by the way, you do know he's a Forgeborn. He's quite mental, and you're like, oh shit. Bye.
I actually did not consider the fact that you
Tempus
were...
is now a husk of sort of the outside, most outer layers of a human. with no inner skeleton.
Yes.
Wobbling to the floor.
So that's what you found. There's all of those vials in the scroll. They're still sealed within the glass case. There's 5 more amulets, effectively the silver necklaces with small turquoises. There's 2 opulent outfits for dwarves, dwarf-sized, and then the several thick chests containing 432 books, covering the 17 years of Thrilderol's business.
Anything else of note?
Well, how would you look for anything else of note? Tell me how.
Hidden
In his desk,
compartments,
on his desk, under his bed.
No.
safes behind paintings.
In his pillow.
Well, under his bed would be where you found some of the chests.
You could rip up his pillow.
And as for on his desk, there's writing materials, stuff like that. You could get like a fancy array of inks if you're interested in that.
No half-finished letters, or
No half-finished letters, no.
it looks like he cleaned up before he left, basically.
That, or maybe he was a fastidious and clean dwarf to begin with. It doesn't look like there's much in the way of mess in here.
Right. Well, if Dwohurim feels like he's done a well, clean look through everything, then that's that. These chests are fucking massive, and who knows, maybe he hid his important letters are hidden on a certain page of one of these books.
There are also a number
11 years ago.
of books in a small bookcase if you're interested in how to run basically be like mercantilism, like 101 and 201 and stuff like that, like tips on how to be a better merchant.
We're not here to loot his place. That's actually not what we're here to do.
But
So,
would
no,
check
no
between
thanks.
check between the books so that there's no notes in between the books that you put it.
It looks like that all of the books are separate individually, there's no sheets of paper between them, and all of the books do come off the shelves, and there's no secret switch that reveals the ancient altar devoted to death and despair.
Ah, damn it!
This is not Salvatore Crane's house.
There's really an elf.
Yes, he was a dwarf poser.
Good. Now let's go to his secret bolt hole, where I imagine we're gonna find a bit more sort of living
So,
equipment.
what are you gonna do with the chests? You all 5 could, each haul one.
For now, we're gonna leave them here, and then we're gonna later come back with acolytes and ask them to goddamn carry these fucking things back to the place, and then sort through all the goddamn books, looking for a list for people with one of the names on our list of names we're interested in,
So
which is everyone we know, because why not?
we just carry them downstairs, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, basically make them like a pile in the entry hall or something.
Put police tape around it. Evidence, do not touch.
Well, Herb is also very curious what happens when he takes the sprites to talk to Lavelle. Maybe they will love him and want to go live with him. That would be
Yeah,
kinda
you can
fun.
have them. It's fine.
Okay.
Regardless, yes, I think that's what we do with them.
You move there's a total of 9 chests. One is only half full.
We probably tell the guards to keep up the good work and guard the place, keep watch.
Okay.
We'll be back later. Some people to take some evidence things out.
Okay.
For now, it's just to remain. We lock the door again. Why not?
Alright.
Go to the bolt hole.
The 2 pixies are giggling.
Yeah, we get to leave. It's been years.
How loud are they?
You can. They're little tiny things, but all of you traveling next to Dwohurim can hear them just fine. They're not shouting at the top of their little pixie lungs. You can tell when the alarm will go off, I'll assure you, when that happens. But they're using their outside voices.
Sure.
And boy, are they keeping up a conversation, chattering with themselves. They're actually like little kids. Hey, you remember that kid moment in Foghaven whenever you went to the Melkor estate and that little kid was just wandering around and asking you a bunch of questions and wasn't really leading you to where you wanted to go? Yeah, it's that. Only there's 2 of them.
Her would go and buy a glass jar with a wax ceiling. and then politely put them in there, and
Okay.
and close the wax seal.
Okay. It
So
is.
they cannot fly. They can still watch stuff, but he gets to decide where they are located.
Okay. They will.
Having them on either side of his head while they chatter constantly, that is annoying.
They will cooperate. They will still be chattering. It is harder to hear them, though.
Good. And he can sort of just have it under his arm or something.
Okay. The sun is certainly rising by the time you make your way all the way across the center to the heights. In which case, I suppose, and I could have made this available earlier, I have made Thurl's bolt hole available.
Woo.
A bolt hole of boltiness.
It turns out it's actually not his, yes. He rented it to someone.
We open the door. It's like someone having a shower in the middle of the living room. Like, oh my god, what? Or like, what?
I knew I should have placed my shower in the entry hall.
I knew shower foyer was a bad idea. They never listened to me.
More room, they said. Who would just come in without knocking? Yeah.
We have a key. Uh-oh. Damn it, I knew I should have changed the locks.
From the last owner after I bought it 2 minutes ago.
Yes. Riding up on horseback as the sun is slowly rising in the sky, looking out at this little tiny, beautiful house with a nice little flower bed. There do not appear to be any guards stationed around it, at least on its exterior. The windows are still heavily draped, and there is no smoke coming out of the chimney.
Guards, huh?
Ah, horrible.
Well, if he left, there's nothing to guard.